Hello, and welcome back to Mize Academy and the world of Arklands.
To the world of Arklands and to
Say that backwards.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
But I didn't mess it up.
It's that kind of day.
Ma'am. Special shout out and thank you to our $10 and up patrons, Christian, Sam, Ditzy, Jean, Ian, and Milkchunk. Check out
check out the chunky milk.
Our Patreon for behind the scenes content, bonus episodes, and
memes. And
yes,
whatever else we feel
memes,
like uploading.
and whatever else we feel like putting up there.
We need
On
to
any
have,
given day.
we need to have a video of just someone pouring out a carton of milk and it's all chunks.
No.
It's called cottage
That
cheese.
actually makes me nauseous. No.
Milk doesn't last that long in this house.
It's true.
Not unless you leave it sitting somewhere. We just grab one of the random bread cups in your
When
office.
we last
Don't out me like that.
left our heroes in training,
We're rich! We're rich!
Yeah, we fought a dragon.
we fought
A
a
ghost
dead dragon.
Okay.
Yep. And beat a dead dragon.
Thanks, Grave and Atlas.
Yep.
Thanks, Mom and Dad.
They carried this fight.
No, y'all did.
Ooh, I
Y'all
got a
genuinely
natural
did fantastic. Between kiting the enemy,
I didn't do anything.
You were paralyzed for most of it, I think.
Yeah.
No, that was you.
I also was paralyzed for most of it. I did
Kyrix
not do
and
much.
Kyrix Jr.
Yes.
Yes!
yes, that's true.
They also carried the fight.
It was very well done.
Mini Kyrix.
But you defeated the ghost of Firesight, the dragon Ankargol that had been slain by an unknown hero some years prior.
Now he's Ankar gone.
Ew.
So bad.
You looted the horde, finding a variety of special items, including a lockbox that was in a position of some level of renown,
Heavily enchanted.
heavily enchanted, with a seemingly encoded script written on it. But as you found your way out through a back exit, emerging near the Tree of Eternal Autumn in the ruins of Old Eric's, that is where we return for tonight's episode. Welcome back. So, as we move into a bit of a more
Surround sound.
we're
No,
seeing how it
that's
works.
Front sound.
But there is stereo.
Yeah.
There are two speakers.
One day we'll have a nice setup for
We're-
it.
Yeah, when
We'll
we
see
have,
how it works.
Please go on a
When we
podcast.
eventually have like a studio space again,
Yeah.
I will pimp it out.
Oh, absolutely.
We'll have surround sound, controllable lights, maybe a fog machine.
That would be sick,
That would be
honestly.
You're gonna have so much fun with that space,
I'm gonna have
dude.
so much fun. It's gonna be so expensive.
We're looking.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not excited about it, but it's a place.
Yeah.
You'll be more excited when you actually see it.
folks, dude.
Yeah, that's
Because
true.
this area sucks.
Yep. So,
Yes.
Feels good to breathe fresh air again.
indeed.
Oh, we right outside?
Mhm.
Okay.
So, is there anything that you want to do before we go into more downtime? Or...
Figure out what Atlas is going to do.
Yeah, we gotta get her set up.
That's true.
What you doing, fam? Where you going?
We have enough gold if you want to buy a house.
That's true.
Are you staying?
From everything you've told me about where everyone is and what they're doing,
Having a home base could be advantageous. And you fight very well. It would be nice to have you around.
I appreciate that. More than any of that, though, I appreciate that the clan has, or those that remain have certain priorities.
And you?
I want to make sure that someone's keeping an eye out for you.
You don't have to look after me.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we keep a good eye on you ourselves, I think.
I'd like to stop having to keep an eye on her.
Then stop.
It's
He's not going
about
to.
needing to. Crow. So yes, I will find a place in town. I think I'll be around.
There's a tavern that's a good
I
spot.
was about to recommend it. There's a good place that we know of that might even have work for you. Just, they could use.
Though, she looks at the entrance. I don't think I'm gonna be in particular need of coin for a bit.
Yeah, that's true.
But worth keeping in mind if I want to stay busy.
We can get you set up at the riverbed.
What a fight!
Yes. Where's the ship?
The
What?
ship.
Oh,
Grave ship. We left it back at Cersei's.
that is a good
Can you
point.
summon it?
No.
I mean, it wouldn't be that difficult to have another teacher go out and drop him off.
Yes. We should
Yes.
introduce her to Idris.
I will ask Isadora to, or Bakara. She owes me quite a few favors.
Kara.
What?
Yes.
For what?
The man has his own life.
I don't know what that means.
She's like squinting at him.
I think you are reading into this way too much.
I think you are too.
What?
Speaking
can
of reading,
wonder.
Crow, you have a book to read.
Yeah, I can work on that in between classes.
Yes. I'd like to get it over to the Concord within the next week, if possible.
I
book
just learned how to read, okay? Like, you can't pace me like that, okay? It might take a while.
The one that increases her intelligence.
Okay. Oh, it's gonna be nice.
Mm-hmm.
As quick as you can, then.
Okay. Yeah.
Funnily enough, it would be written in Draconic.
Nice. So it'd actually be easier for her to read.
Yeah.
Either her ADHD makes it really hard to read, or she hyperfixates and gets through it.
I
in
think the
24
magical
hours.
nature. Well, you have to spend, I think, 48 hours
Yeah.
reading it. But I think the magical nature just sucks you in.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, over the next few days, you're able to knock it out. It becomes
Absorb
a
the
bit of a
power.
project. And so you can add it to your inventory, even though you are
Like when the Dragonborn absorbs.
honestly.
Shout.
So if you add to your inventory,
A +2 to my intelligence.
so you can
No,
actually just add the item, even though you're giving the item
Oh.
up. If you equip the item, it'll give you that boost.
Oh.
Intelligence.
No, it's gonna be
it's-
Tome of Clear Thought.
Okay. Thought.
Be
The
gone.
purple one.
Thought.
No. We want this one to stay.
Yeah. And
Put it in my
then
backpack. So.
Makes
you
her
have to
more
make sure you
powerful.
equip it.
Yes.
What's your attack bonus now?
My attack. Oh, that's right. That good. Woo.
Plus one.
Yeah, I guess one more. So you probably have a +9.
Says it's +8 right now.
That's
do you
because
not
we
have
had
a
to.
magical-
That's because we had
right,
to.
we did that
Custom it.
Yep.
Customized.
So that would be a +9 to hit and +7
Dang.
damage.
Alright.
So
Come!
Dang.
That's
Dang,
insane.
son.
Minimum of 8 damage.
Oh, you have a
minimum of 10
Yeah,
damage
9.
because actually minimum of 11 because
No,
it's
it
already
was 8 before.
Oh.
Because I have
Nice. You're now
one
up to
of
Kirix's
my features
minimum.
Gives me a
feel so
+3
weak.
damage.
Oh, right.
The fact
Yeah.
that Kirix can just deal 11 damage on it
Yep.
is
That ability.
ridiculous. He deals if he hits both attacks, he deals a minimum of 22 damage per round.
he deals he can miss both and still do
You
damage.
can miss both and still deal. What is it? I
think it's-
Nick. No, not Nick. It's
How do I
Grace.
feel still like I need to upgrade Cass?
The damage is the same.
because you do get good, scrub.
damage to
Okay.
equal to the ability modifier used
Yep.
+8.
Oh, yeah.
That is stupid.
His minimum on
It
turn
is
is
a heavy
8
weapon
damage.
mastery ability.
Oh.
16.
No,
Three
10.
damage.
16. Who?
No, because it's 2 attacks.
Yeah.
The modifier used is strength, so it's a +5.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. So, but still 10 damage per turn
That's stupid.
minimum.
That's stupid. Even with a miss.
If I get a crit with one of my melee weapons, or reduce them to 0 HP, I can make another attack as a bonus action.
Oh man, that's
Crazy.
nice.
I keep forgetting that.
Fighters.
Fighters.
Heard you like fighter. So put
You
some
like to hit
fighter in your
things.
fighter.
Then hit things some more. That or a monk.
So
I like to solve things without violence, if possible.
You know what's funny is that the flowers are perfectly framing your face in a way that I can't tell the state of your beard.
The
I would
flowers
never
are
know.
the beard.
They are the beard. You're so floral and springish. You're like a leprechaun.
Oh, thank you, lass. I do appreciate it. Your kindness knows no bounds.
Oh God,
I'll
I
bring you a pot, what I'll do is I'll bring you a pot of gold the next time I'm over here.
Tower of Babel's your D&D.
Get away from me, Lucky Charms!
Get away from me, Lucky Charms! They're my bowl of Lucky Charms. How dare you? It's my island.
So, I am making a change to the way that classes are done.
Okay.
That is beneficial to y'all.
Oh, school classes.
Yes.
Okay.
Um,
Can we get them faster?
not technically. This could actually make it slower,
Oh.
but only if
Okay.
you choose to do so.
Got it. Okay.
If you take it on a mission, that does not take up that week's activity.
Okay.
If you do nothing but classes for a week, so take on no missions or anything like that, you get advantage on the check.
Ooh.
And if you're studying, then maybe that'll give a +5. Or if you're, so if you already have advantage for some reason, it gives
get
a
a
+5.
That's fair.
Cool.
And that means, and in addition, if a mission only takes a day or two, you can take up a second mission during the same week if you want to.
Nice.
But so long as it's only like regardless, unless you are away the entire week, you can still make the check as
Classes.
for
Cool.
classes.
Fair.
Yeah,
Sweet.
because I think that makes sense.
That's awesome. That
Yeah.
doesn't help me this semester, but great to know.
Yeah.
But you are 2 weeks away from the end of the first quarter.
So we get to
And
pick
so-
a new class.
Oh,
Yep.
golly, I do.
Am I not going to continue with the weapons training
I-
up until The end of the semester.
Think with what you rolled.
I have not rolled anything for it.
No, I know. Back at the beginning when you asked for the specific training, I will have to double check that.
Okay.
But
Bye.
at the very least, everyone else will.
Oh, it's right here.
I'm wearing socks, so it's hard to pick up with my foot.
Where is it?
There we go. I got it.
Oh, it's so far.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
That derailed so much.
That's okay.
So many
Trey's
people
looking
touch
stuff
your
up.
dice with their feet.
It's fine.
There's a flower petal in there. Just trying to get it for you.
Fiber.
It's plastic.
Yeah. It's fake.
Gotta get those daily microplastics. Part of this complete breakfast.
9 out of 10 doctors agree.
Microplastics are in you.
What about the 10th one? Oh, he's dead.
Microplastics.
Feels like it's a skit meme or something that you're quoting.
No, I just made that up.
We live in a dystopia.
Yeah, we do.
We live in a society.
And we're playing D&D to try and escape from it.
Yes. Anyway.
Anyway,
So what microplastics can we buy?
Crow would eat microplastic if someone dared her. Actually,
drank
they dared her
gasoline.
not to. She did. She and the trio drank. Well, Cobra was smart, but Coyote and Crow were not smart. They're like, I bet you couldn't drink gasoline. They're like, bet. And then Cobra's like, yeah, sure, I'll join you for that. She's immune to poison, so it did nothing to her.
You had a
Coyote and Crow were not the same.
Okay.
It was not good.
Yeah.
Correct.
Don't drink gasoline, kids.
That's correct.
Don't think gasoline.
I have a sore in my mouth, okay?
Crow and Caspian.
Yes.
There are probably going to be things that you do during these weeks as well.
Mm-hmm.
But let's get the remaining.
Rolls.
Yeah, the rolls out of the way.
Yes. So this is the week that we did the mission.
So this is week. I think that was weeks.
I'm just trying to
7?
determine whether or not I should be rolling with advantage or just
Mhm.
one.
Did I give a date on when you went on the mission?
Let me see.
Not sure, but we were down
Let me
there
check
for
my calendar. I want to
close to a
say.
week.
Yep.
It might have been the whole week.
I'm pretty sure it was
The whole weekday.
We're looking at. No, that's not right. We're in the month of Hala.
If you were in the month of Hala, then that was week 7. It is now week 8. Roll with advantage.
Okay.
Feels so weird.
Okay,
and then
gasoline.
I'm gonna spill your base. Your vase.
You shall not touch my vase.
Ooh! I touched it.
This is why I didn't want you using my nice crystal vase.
Yeah, fair enough.
Can I just remind you guys that I have a lot of like cords and electronics around here, and none of them are protected from water? Just as a heads up. Please don't
Ryan.
destroy
You
my
can remind
equipment.
It's gonna be my next one-shot character. Dink gasoline.
Please write that down.
I need you to do. I need him to be a kobold.
no, it needs to be a. It needs to be a red or gold or brass dragonborn, so it can be the.
No, he's a kobold. He just got a little fire, but he just goes.
Anyway, only reason there was no Shenanigans is because y'all were so tickled. Are y'all also studying with others?
I mean,
I'm gonna roll for that.
I know it's athletics. Are you guys
We're-
training together?
yes.
Are we?
You're both
Yes,
in
we've been
athletics.
competing the entire time.
Okay, well.
So, both with advantage and a +5
Okay, cool.
for week 8.
Ooh, 23.
Nice.
Plus your athletics modifier.
What's my athletics modifier?
Mathifier?
Doesn't that not matter because it like cancels out? Because you add your modifier, but it's also the DC is
28.
whatever.
That just means that it's 10 plus, but it's still your DC is 20, so you're already fine. Caspian.
Beat that.
I will not because I rolled a 9.
Oh.
With
plus
advantage?
5, yes. Plus 5, so 14 plus my athletics is 21.
Hey, you made it, right? 21. Or is it higher? Because...
Your
You're
DC is
what?
17. Your DC is 15. I was looking at the wrong thing.
Yep.
Cool.
And that's what I thought, because you just have to roll a 10 or higher.
Yep. All right.
I almost
It's a
rolled
50-50
double.
shot.
Week 9.
9.
Ooh, it's a 19 on the die. That's a natural 20!
Nice.
Wow. You're so skilled.
Okay.
The rolls
Caspian?
only go downhill
Higher.
from here.
Higher than
Than
his
the
last
last
roll.
one.
Got it.
So,
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you
Not
said
not
5.
that 20.
All right. Crow, you have a
Writing
plus
this down.
7 for your exam. Caspian, you have a plus 5 for your exam.
Are you writing that down?
Yes.
Thank you, because I have not been writing it down and feels kind of dumb to start now when I don't have any of the previous stats.
I have a whole ass Google Sheets.
Holy cow, he's got a spreadsheet.
Wow.
Oh,
He's got a
If you
spreadsheet, everybody.
if you want to say something more impressive,
Oh my word.
that's every student's classes
Wow.
for the previous year.
why do you do this to yourself?
I like this stuff.
Fair
Listen,
enough.
if
Spreadsheets
he
are
likes
fun,
it.
man. Gosh, we are adults.
I do love me a good spreadsheet.
And for week 10 is when you take your exams.
No advantage, right?
So,
Can I give them bardic inspiration for their exams? It lasts an hour.
I bought you food. I get at least an advantage.
This is true.
an inspiration.
You do have an inspiration.
You do have
for that.
inspiration.
However,
I don't think you can. I think I've established that you can't give bonuses.
You could give it to yourself, probably. Oh, no, wait, you can't get bardic.
No, I could use lucky for myself because it's
Yeah.
a D20 roll. But I'm wondering about bardic inspiration to give them a D8 on top of it, just to.
He would be
Watch
in
it.
the exam room with them, probably, because he's being trained by Musa.
And actually, for the exam, both of you will be rolling as well.
Oh, okay.
What am I rolling for?
If you roll high enough, you can get it done in the first quarter. See how well you've.
What
You've-
kind of check
you've
would this
learned.
just...
For you, it's intelligence check.
And for me?
A strength check.
No athletics?
No, because you're training with the weapon.
Okay.
I...
Okay.
I have an inspiration for getting you the chocolate muffins. Because this one isn't gonna cut it. You want another? There's one left.
I'm gonna use my last inspiration. Well, no, it's alright.
Hold on, dude.
Yours is a low DC.
Okay, I got it's a total of 9, unless I have advantage for, like, studying with Elle, who speaks Draconic already.
So reroll.
Okay.
You use your inspiration because it's DC 10 for you.
Oh, okay.
So close.
What did you get?
14.
14. Not quite. So you will have to spend.
Natural
Oh.
20.
There you go.
Nice. It's fine with. I'm fine with doing another semester of this. It's totally okay.
Okay.
It does not bother me.
Yep.
Sometimes the dice roll the way they do. I rolled a 7 and an 11. Plus 3.
Ah.
Right.
All right. So you got a.
I asked a question.
Well, what did you
I
first?
got a
What did
14 total.
14 total?
Wait, does that include the athletics?
You are making an athletics check,
Okay, then that would be a 19.
including your plus 7.
Yeah. I rolled a 7.
So 14
Got it.
plus your athletics.
Does it have to be a 20?
It does.
Ah. That's what
Now-
I was asking for inspiration. inspiration.
Now, okay, for one, yes, you get an inspiration for that because you bought food for Amy and myself.
Yay!
For two, remember, you get 2 rolls for the exam.
Yes.
If you pass the first one, you have the chance to ace it.
Uh,
If you fail the first one, you can still pass it on the second check.
Gotcha.
I rolled a 30.
save
Do
it
I
for
pass?
that?
Oh my gosh.
You definitely pass. And now roll again to see if you ace.
That's the thing. If I use the
Someone with
inspiration,
us.
I'm going to use my inspiration for that.
Okay.
Smart. That is not a 30, that's a 26.
Oh my gosh, dude.
26 is 1 short of what you needed. Every single one of you has rolled 1 short of what was needed.
That's
A 15 was what you needed. A 10 was what you needed. A 27 is what you
Wait,
needed.
do I
And
have...
a 20 is what she
Hang
did.
on. Let me
Oh
see
my
if I have
gosh.
another inspiration.
Oh
That'd
my
be,
God,
I'd have to
yeah.
roll a 15 or
All of
higher.
us.
Yeah.
All of us have rolled 1 below.
if I do in fact have inspiration,
Inspiration.
I would want to use it for this first one, so I still have a chance. Of
Exactly.
using
So go ahead and do it.
it. Worse.
I do have one.
You have 1 more?
Yeah.
That's
I have
gonna
to roll-
to get us food today, so I can have inspiration.
Well, you do have inspiration.
I just used it.
You bought me and
Oh, I get 2?
You
2
get
people
one
ate
for
the
every-
muffins. That's how it's always worked.
Listen, I don't get inspiration that often.
I don't
so-
remember. Does that
I
count
don't
if I bought my
buy
wife
myself
food?
inspiration
No,
that
because it's a shared bank account.
because I don't have money.
No, you use fiance privileges to get inspiration. Yeah.
That's the only way I can do it because I don't have money. So.
Nah.
You have more.
Still worse.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did not.
So,
I
but that's
didn't
just the first check. So now,
Second check.
yep.
If only my checks could have been swapped.
14 on the die, plus 5 plus 7 is
26.
27.
Yes.
27.
What did you roll?
14 plus 12.
14 plus.
No, it's 26. He's right. Because it'd be 21.
The
plus
DC is
12.
20, so you pass regardless. And Noah,
I
hey,
look at
a pass is a pass.
A pass is a pass. It was worth a shot.
And did you do anything to increase or roll or whatever?
I rolled a natural 1 on any makeup that I could potentially make. So you do with that what you want.
Understood.
He's sulking. Yeah, he's going through it.
I don't know if I was supposed to, but I figure you can have fun with that nat 1 regardless.
I got a natural 20 on my draconic language test.
Look, we just beat a dragon and took his horde. I want to give you a little bit of a win here. Have fun with it. Okay, maybe I take that back.
So,
Oh no. I
You
regret
cut
my
your hand off.
I regret my. Don't give him ideas. He's already taken my leg.
You did roll for that.
We will find out.
So, remind me, and I know we've discussed this before, but with Lucky, does it give you advantage or reroll?
Advantage.
Advantage, okay. So, you've definitely made progress. And you think there's a pivotal moment in the fight where you think, okay, if I have a shot, and if I'm lucky, I can land this shot. And you turn around and spin with the glaive, the long
Sickle.
staff.
Oh, I'm using a glaive. That's right.
Yes, a scythe and glaive are for the
Purposes.
Thank you. That's for the purposes of this are the same.
Got it.
And you turn, and for just a moment, Musa looks like no one. And it gives you pause, and you almost drop your weapon. And then you are, and it is a thing of progress. Not there yet. It's just for that split second.
The dark face with the smile.
Yeah.
I will never not think of Pride from.
That it is a
Fullmetal
good
Alchemist.
comparison.
I'm thinking of an episode from Doctor Who.
Hmm.
Not an inspiration at all.
For Caspian and Crow, you both
Who won
Pass.
the challenge?
and
Who won the challenge?
well, who rolled higher on your exam?
Oh, it's the exam, not the amount of classes you win or succeed.
I mean, that's up to how y'all.
I don't remember what the conditions
I don't think
were.
you
This
did.
was a long time ago.
I don't think you ever.
Most of these
If
types
it's
of
on the
challenges,
exam,
I believe-
Caspian won.
I
If it's on
believe
the
it was on the exam.
yeah, most of these types
exam.
of challenges come down to who did better on the exam.
Gotcha.
because you got a higher score from your classes, you
But you
scored
got the
higher on the
higher
exam.
Yeah.
So,
It's
but
a tie. No one's happy.
We
But-
both jump off the cliff.
Oh, that's
oh
right.
right.
No, I haven't forgotten about that part.
Okay,
The
you're gonna
rest
have
of
to
us did.
refresh my memory because Noah doesn't remember.
The deal was whoever loses the athletics class, or whoever wins the
Whoever wins the athletics class.
is Ahmed.
gets to kick the other person off a cliff into safe waters, and no flying allowed.
So does that mean I get to
So.
kick you both?
I do
it was
think
between these
Grave
two.
would King Solomon it and go, you did better on the exam, but she did better than classes. I do think there is only one solution here.
A
Oh
fight.
no. That would be preferable to what he's about to suggest.
He beckons over your two teammates.
Yes.
Oh, what is it?
Ari, you know we're great friends, right? I take
I
you
do.
out to tea.
Oh,
Okay, so I had a plan, but I think it's too funny to use the plan. There was no flying, but I do have feather fall. However, that was so funny, she's not gonna use it.
Harry caught you two off guard.
Yeah. There wasn't time to
You
react.
know we're friends. I do! Inspiration for that. That's brilliant.
Thank you.
How does Elle go about it?
Elle goes. Oh, you want me to?
Cass will take his shirt off, salute, and fall backwards.
That works.
Okay. Bye.
You both splash down in the water. Crow, it is at this moment that you remember that you are not fully capable of swimming.
Yeah. Those
What?
are wings, though. And the wings have movement speed underwater now.
They do.
So, I think she can recover.
So you, after you land, summon your wings.
Yeah.
And just out of the water.
She will go over to Cass and kind of hover above him. So how much of friends are we?
Why are you asking me this question?
You seem to be in a situation right now. I could help.
I can swim.
Alright, and she flies back up.
At least she was offering to help.
And Cass will.
But alas, the rivalry must continue.
I
Yes.
think Cass actually spent some time just like chilling in the water before.
That's so fair.
He just
He
floats there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Float on his back. look at
He
the
like
clouds.
finds a nice spot along the shore and then just like sits up against the bank.
Yep. And one final thing to pay off. You rolled a natural 20
Oh yeah.
on a draconic, on learning draconic.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say that through learning draconic and rolling that high, you are able to decipher part of the inscription on the lockbox. Because it is a combination of it appears to be a combination of, it has components of draconic infernal, and primordial.
I know one of those.
I know one of those.
Okay.
I know one of those.
I think we all know the same one.
Yeah.
Gee, I wonder which one.
What part
that
do I
is.
decipher?
You decipher 2 words that are honestly more of a... It's a very circular design. There's runic and inscribed script in concentric rings moving out, but in that central ring is a very flame etched design with words emblazoned on, and it is those words in the center that you're able to the word destroyer
Probably even more.
and the word crown.
Amy knows what this is.
Oh,
Would you like to make a religion check as Aerie?
Yes, I would.
Can I give
Very
her a
much
bardic
so.
inspiration?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I'll
have
say. Cool. Yeah, I'll say Ari is forcibly dragging Elle along
Yes.
as she's going back and forth because she's like, "Wait a second, I've seen these words. I've seen these words before. Elle, come with me."
Okay, where are we going? Oh, I know where we're going.
All right. Okay.
Can I offer help? Since I know Draconic.
I think the help would be
7.
the bardic that you gave.
16 plus 7 is 23 plus my religion of plus 6.
Oh my gosh.
How is it plus 6?
Did you roll?
Oh, because I have.
classes?
It might have been from classes.
Did you roll the bardic
Check your
die twice?
inventory.
I did. I get a. It's a plus 7.
Yeah, you have a +1 from
Oh, quick.
+2, +3, +1. Yeah.
Yeah. So 23 plus.
You're already
7 is
well past the
29.
DC.
Well, it was a DC 30.
No.
Okay.
These are... It would be a DC 30 to try and determine where they just happen to be.
That's fine.
But determining, this is what this is referring to.
yes.
It's, you don't need to roll a particularly high check to know what the Holy Grail is.
And
The
such
Crown of the
thing.
Destroyer is an ancestral crown.
Of Sair, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
The Crown of the Dreadfire.
What's he doing there?
I feel as though we shouldn't be getting crowns again.
We ain't using this crown.
This crown has fire.
What does this one do?
Hang on. We as players understand that
Meteor Storm.
this should not be used. However,
At will.
At will.
But it's it's the same thing as the other crowns where every time you cast it, if you
there's a
you
percent
have a
chance.
of it releasing whatever creature it is that powers it.
Oh.
And a red dragon great worm is what powers the Crown of the Destroyer.
A great worm.
What's the difference? What is that?
Was that
It's
Firesight's dad?
No, it's way older than that.
Hey, great grandpa, how's it going? I hope the box and the display is nice for you. Yeah.
Oh, that's what this is. Got it. So Firesight put his grandfather up on the shelf.
Great.
Sounds good.
Well, you know,
Up on the mantelpiece.
For context,
Some
a
people
different
do that
method
with
than
that.
an
cremation.
ancient red dragon is challenge rating 24.
Mm-hmm.
A red great worm is challenge rating 27. Which doesn't feel much higher, but each challenge rating, once you get like above 20, is exponentially more than the last.
Okay, this is
Don't tell Crow.
no. Can I, as Aerie, try and determine, realizing what is likely in this box? Can I try and determine if the box is safe to move or handle without attempting to open it?
I could help with that, and I'm going to ritual cast Detect Magic to try and determine what type of magic is surrounding the box.
Abjuration.
It is protection magic.
So, does that tell me if the box is safe to move?
Make an Arcana check.
Can I as well?
Yes. Yes.
Nice.
19?
24.
19. Between the two of you, all of the abjuration is essentially pointed inwards. This is... You could cast Disintegrate at this box and it ain't gonna do anything.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So we could move the box without issue.
You can move the box. You can chuck it into a volcano if you want to. Nothing's happening to that box.
Probably a good idea.
It's
You
really
think I
not a
could
bad
lock
idea at all,
pick it?
actually.
No. Aries going
Toss it into the
to...
fire.
Figuring that out, Aries going to
into
take
the
the
fire.
box.
Destroy
I
it.
need you to understand the amount of creatures that are immune to fire that would want this.
Yes.
That's fair.
So what you're saying is, it's very expensive.
What I'm saying is,
No!
Oh my god.
this is going to Olive.
I do not want to bring that thing within 500 leagues of that place. Olive or not.
Thalian's not there. I trust that Olive would know what to do with this. And would put it someplace safe.
Well, first, we're going to move to a few weeks earlier.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Crow,
Yes.
Flashback scene.
you finish, because this happens after your exam.
Yes.
So moving back, you are able to finish with your book.
Yes.
The magic of the Tome of Clear Thought spent. Do you hand deliver it?
Yes.
Okay. Who do you ask to take you?
Grave, of course.
Me, my lord.
I think she would ask Grave and see if Elle wants to come with her.
Yeah.
I will absolutely go.
Grave is happy to help. He takes the opportunity to so honestly, only 2 days later, it's possible he hasn't gotten his shit back yet.
If he doesn't have a ship yet, Ari would ask.
Well, I think if this would be the good excuse, like, I have been putting this off because I'm frankly a little bit embarrassed, but it's fine. Yes, we'll have Bakara take us to Cersei's palace, and then from there I will take you to the Concord.
Sure.
Bakara teases him relentlessly.
Warranted.
Aries taking mental notes. How to tease. New file open.
It is like, none of it's like,
Keep bringing up their errors.
go ahead and make an insight check.
22.
22. It's all good-natured.
Yes.
None of it seems to be actually bothering Grave. He's kind of laughing it off. But yes. Yeah. So there are genuine notes that Ari can
Yes.
can reflect on. Cersei does invite you in to see the progress on the machine, if you wish to see it.
I'll leave that up to you.
I don't think I'll be able to understand what's happening, but we can go look at it. I think it would be fun to tell Crow and Caspian about.
Alright.
She invites you in, and previously, you were kind of taken through the gate and along the outside through a lot of the garden areas and such. On this occasion, you were taken deeper into the palace itself, into a very large chamber with orreries and lab equipment and a lot of different things for for distilling and a lot of potion making, it seems. But
I'm having flashbacks. Okay, they're over.
But it is something Elle recognizes, though the nature of it is the equipment is very different to anything he's ever seen. He recognizes a craftsman's workshop.
Yeah.
There's a familiarity of Dio's Forge, where Cersei knows where, even if it looks like a mess, she knows where every individual tool she needs is.
Oh man, I wish I could do that.
She's in the late game, and she has all her workstations
Yeah.
everywhere and every
A little
place.
bit, yeah.
There's a massive chest inventory.
6 different crafting tables so she can have
Yep.
multiple things going at once.
It's an organized
Honestly, there
mess.
do appear to be like multiple smaller projects ongoing with different liquids that are mixing and boiling and distilling and so on and so forth.
Wait, that's like the one from Shrek 2.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah.
Elle looks at one of them and goes, "Oh, I wonder if they sell this in the
Not
river
yet, they
bed."
don't.
Oh no!
It's a new formula.
Oh, I bet
We'll see.
Crow would love it.
But the centerpiece in the room is essentially a massive, and I'm talking about like bigger than you are, bigger than this our recording area.
Okay.
Centrifuge. A
Damn.
Love a good centrifuge.
yeah. So it is.
Great word, too.
Do you know what a centrifuge is?
No, I
I was
don't.
about to
It
type
spins
into
stuff
Google.
really fast.
Got it.
Yeah. Essentially.
Oh, I do know what
They
it
use
is.
it
There
to like
are-
separate blood when you
Yeah.
go get your blood
I
drawn.
do know. I do know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
There are concentric rings, and portions. Are you good?
All I'm thinking of is in Skyrim, every device that the Dwemer used to hold
yeah.
something
Honestly,
particularly
yeah.
important.
Yeah, there's absolutely
Push the buttons, rearrange.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's absolutely
A console.
a console, and it is definitely that a bunch of concentric rings with the center one all in the middle. You see kind of suspended in midair as a sphere in the center turns. You see a golden liquid that you recognize as the blood that you collected. Each concentric ring seems to be a further stage that the machine can be progressed. Right now, it is just you having fun.
He's pulling the flower out.
Okay.
I'm listening to you.
Yeah. Right now, it is essentially just stopping it from being still.
Okay.
And on the outer edge are portions of a globe.
Interesting.
A globe? Arklands is flat.
You know what? That's a good point. It would not be portions of a globe. It would be
Pieces of a map.
We've been lied to. The world is actually round.
See the issues you run into when you make a flat world tray?
nope. Actually, no, I know exactly what it is. There is a second device in the room, just as big, that your characters would have no way of identifying it as such, but it, for the players,
Natural
slightly...
20.
Did you actually?
I did actually.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a gnomish experiment
Okay.
deep in the mountains that Dio worked on. That he had to create some very high quality, like the components of the machine had to be made out of adamantine, and some parts out of mithril, and it, like the entire thing was enchanted and each individual component master crafted. Apparently, if you roll a natural 20, which means L knows what this is, which means it has to already exist. So there is a project.
It can exist
in
as a
the
theoretical device that he was talking with one of the crazy gnome scientists about when he was off on his
Yeah,
own
but it's
while
more
Theo
fun
was
if
working.
it does exist.
If it does exist.
So there is a particle accelerator in the mountains. in Eris somewhere.
Olive was invited to participate in that. She
Are you
turned it down.
serious?
She had no interest in
And
that.
that is what the device in front of you resembles. A massive ring of tube that is perfectly balanced and connected, and it encircles a wide map of all of the known, the main landmasses
Okay.
of the material plane.
Why is she building a black hole maker?
Do you ask?
Why are you building something that could potentially destroy all of Arklands?
If you're referring to this device, that is certainly not. Once the blood has been diffused and put through the correct
Filters.
what's the
Once it has been processed.
Yes, once it has been put through all the necessary steps, it will be distilled and in a primordial form that I can use and accelerate it in combination with some. I need to check which type it is because
Which type of what?
Good job, Ryan, making him look up stuff.
with ionized residuum in order to mark on this map where events of note are likely to occur.
Fascinating.
That was just God telling us that we needed to know. That's all that was.
I was sure. That's going to be a plot point for something, for some reason.
They're
now.
competing now. There are two companies that are competing.
I mean, no.
It's the second machine.
No, because the one in the mountains is more akin to an actual particle accelerator.
Okay.
This is just a mini one.
Yeah.
This is more. Yeah, it's
What if she worked under the gnomes for a little while and then went on
Potentially.
her own? There you go. She stole the idea. Thief.
Eh.
or hired one of them to help her build it.
Yeah.
Regardless, she tells you that it will likely be ready in a few weeks.
Good to know.
So we don't know what is going to happen. We just know something is going to happen.
That is, yes, it is the spell that it's all based around is called augury.
Hmm? We know about it.
Yes, which just says whether there'll be a weal or a woe.
Mm-hmm.
And if there are enough woes predicted to happen in a specific place at a specific time, then it seems likely
Large
that it
scale.
would be helpful for a hero to be there.
If your number's up, we'll find you.
The specific nature of it is attempting to find out the specific nature of them on such a large scale would be impractical.
Makes sense. Anyway, we should probably get going.
Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you for visiting.
Of course.
Always good to see you, Gregg. Let's go.
Does Bakara see that interaction?
Oh yeah, she clocks that.
Miss Cersei,
Yes.
I was wondering if I could give you a list of some magic items I'm interested in procuring.
Absolutely.
Excellent. And she goes into her backpack and pulls out a notebook and flips through a page. And
You actually have a list. Wonderful.
yes, and she hands
She's
it
good
to
like
her.
that.
All right, I can.
Some of them might be easier than others. And
Yes, I will do what I can to make these available for purchase.
That would be wonderful. Thank you.
She's gonna make an insight check. Because,
Were you hoping for a freebie?
no, it's more so.
Is this a
Does
specific
this child
list?
have money now?
It's. Magic items are not cheap. All bargains between y'all have been settled. She is actively asking for a list of items, some of which are more expensive than others.
Why would this individual who previously spent all of her money at the last encounter suddenly have additional things to purchase?
Yep.
And what funds?
Would you like Ari to make a deception check?
Nah, she's got nothing to hide.
Cool. Then with a 16, give into some money.
Possibly.
A little bit, yes. We did go through the underworld, and there were some things that we came across.
I
Yes.
heard some rumors, but
Oh, and while I'm thinking of it,
Congratulations.
she goes into her bag and she pulls out a nice-looking rock that she picked up from the underworld. I got that for you.
you are a treat. Thank you.
I gave one to the prophet as well. He seemed to like it.
Well then,
Come to think of it, I probably should have given him a rock from the Arklands mainland. He probably hasn't seen that in a while.
well, if he accepted it, then I'm sure he appreciated it.
That's true. Anyway, we should be off.
Okay.
Did he give you anything?
Physically?
I suppose yes.
What else?
No. What would he have given us?
We got
From
the
what I know of the prophet, there's very little that's done without reason. If he was willing to accept a gift, likely a gift he knew was coming, because, that's what he does. It seems like he would give something in return.
Check your pockets.
He wanted me to ask a question.
Well, that was before I gave him something.
If he knows, then
If he
That's
knows.
true. It's true.
He did give each of us a prophecy, however unenlightening it might have been.
I would study those words carefully.
That is, thankfully, one thing I'm good at.
Overanalyzing.
Yeah. But regardless, we should get going.
Yes. Thank you for the rock.
You're welcome. Elios, you alright?
yes, I'm fine. I guess we can go to Graveship now.
Yes.
You can roll an insight check.
20 or no, 18.
You believe him. He's fine.
Okay. It's the night of being one off, huh?
Yeah. 19.
So, you board Grave's ship. Bakara sticks around for a little bit. She's gonna make friends with Cersei.
Oh,
As she should.
No.
Time to gossip.
Oh boy, that's bad.
So
That's very bad.
Boy.
I just
But-
sent you the
Yes,
list.
I figured.
Hey, Mr.
The
DM,
ones at the
sir.
top are the ones that Ari wants for herself, and then the others are labeled.
When did you send it to me?
Oh, I sent it through WhatsApp.
What's up?
What's up?
Oh,
It's me.
What's up?
It's not that long. There's just my notes for
Yep,
Ari's
yep.
tattoo.
no,
there
it's
as
all
well.
good.
You get a tattoo?
Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
Oh, cool. All right.
I'm just interested.
Yep. No. Yeah. I will take a look at the full list of that. And
What is the barrier? The barrier tattoo brings it to an 18, right?
depending on what rarity.
The highest one.
Yes.
Okay.
Um.
I like the
Yes.
elements.
So we go to.
And you
Concord.
head to the Concord.
Blech.
Are you intending to go in? No.
Do you want me to?
I might need you to. I'm not entirely sure yet.
Please give me guidance.
I'm not a cleric.
Well,
Yet.
Bardic inspiration.
I can go in with you if it makes you feel better.
yes, I'll
Play your violin.
I'll have to
play some
ask-
vibes.
ask Olive if now's a good time, but yes, if you could come with me, that would be excellent.
You are stopped at the gate, but once you show your credentials, L, you are actually searched.
I like that. Don't
The-
touch me.
Not it is a thing of please step aside to be searched.
Go through a
Magic
detect
wand.
magic detector.
Actually, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Would L wouldn't have. Actually, he might have a weapon on him.
The sickle is currently in horn shape.
They take it so.
No, it's my horn.
They know what protein iron is.
You are not part of an old man from his walking stick. I told you to take the wizard staff!
It's my therapy horn. Don't take it from me.
You will be able to retrieve it when you leave.
Okay, fine.
But you go in, you find Olive. Hello, child.
Hello. You're looking tired.
When am I not these days?
Say.
I have brought you the item you requested.
She flips it open, deflates just a little bit.
I'm sure you have plenty already.
Yes, but it's always nice. Well,
Well, I'm sure Crow will make good use of it.
I am certain. Well, Elios, if you could stay here,
Okay.
I would love for you to accompany me.
Is something wrong?
No, there are numerous security measures in place. Now, after.
All right.
And one of them being that members of the Concord are highly encouraged not to go to secure areas alone.
Understood.
No Thalian repeats.
Mm-hmm.
Stop swiping our stuff.
Yep.
Swipers, no swiping.
So
Swiper, no swiping.
does that not mean that I should go with you? I'm confused.
It means that I need another member of the Concord. Well, I don't need. I am technically of a high enough ranking that I do not require such. But I always appreciate your company.
Sure.
Now, this is not a secure area. You can read whatever you would like in the room.
I'm sure Paris is around here somewhere.
Oh, I was wondering where my little friend.
Like behind a bookshelf and just a head pops up.
This is why I want 5 familiar so bad. Just put a little creature on her, on top of her head, hides in her braid.
But Olive kind of tucks the book under her arm and starts walking down the hall. So, a dragon's hoard.
Yes, there was an undead ghost of him there. Thankfully, we had Grave and one of Crow's former clanmates that we found in our journey at the underworld. Unpetrified her, brought her with us.
Had quite the time, haven't you?
Yes, and it's only been a week. Though, past couple of months have felt like more events in these past few months than we've had in the last decade.
Indeed. When you get to the vault door, she kind of pauses. May I ask you something?
Of course.
Do you wish to stay at the school?
Yes.
Your mission there was started by Thalion.
I'm aware.
The entire operation was his. I see some benefit, certainly, but you are under no obligation to continue if you do not wish to.
I think I wish to. I do like what I'm doing. I mean, I always believed that what I was doing here as well was for the greater good, though whose definition of that did seem to vary. But it is nice to have... Oh, it's raining. It is nice to have agency.
Indeed.
So I do... I mean, Thalion said that when my mission at the school was complete, I would be made an official Inquisitor. I'm not sure if Inquisitor is necessarily the route I want. Archivist seems much more calm, for the most part.
Well,
I can't say I'm opposed to adventure.
I was going to say, I think that as much as you enjoy a quiet moment, I think these old tomes would bore you if it was all you had. Though it is harder to settle down if I'm an Inquisitor. Perhaps. But
regardless, I also did bring Elle with me if now is a good time to... Does the Concord still want the information Thalion sent me for?
If you have gathered...
Don't have any physical evidence, but Elle is the one who has the information in his head.
Fair.
So,
She hands you the book
okay.
and goes to, and as you're talking, she
Yeah.
goes to finally open the door
Mhm.
because she had paused in front of it.
Yeah.
As I said, it was all Thalion's operation, and it's a very complex.
Yes,
like,
it is a cipher to
yeah.
get into this place.
And there's like multiple layers as well.
Yeah. There's glyphs of warding and passcodes that you have to
Yep.
speak along the hallway.
But she says it was Thalion's initiative, but protecting knowledge, especially that of an arcane nature, is what we do here. So I certainly wouldn't think it a bad idea.
Mm.
And you hear her staff clatter
Olive?
as the door opens.
Olive, what's wrong?
So you turn to look. The vault is completely empty.
Oh!
Thalion has all of it?
How does this happen? Olive, there's only so many people who have access.
She picks up her staff and moves to the side wall where there's a very large tome, like a almost like phone book.
Visitor log.
No, catalog of everything that had been held.
There's a lot of things in here.
Yes, so she's just flipping through and this had to be him.
How would he get in?
He had the authority to deposit items.
If he was expelled from the Concord, though, he wouldn't have had that anymore, right? It's been 2 months.
We haven't received an artifact in a while. This may have been the first time this door's been opened since before Thalion was expelled.
And that bag he was carrying was deeper than we thought.
Do you remember how many bags he had?
He had a lot.
Bags of holding?
He had a lot of bags of holding on him.
Extra-dimensional. Anything he was transporting would not be on this plane of existence.
Can't track it.
Can't be scried upon, can't be...
I have to go after him, Olive.
Child, if he has everything that was in this vault,
If he had everything that was in the vault, he would have done more than just... and was willing to use it, he would have done more than just kill Caspian.
there's no way any of you would have survived.
So he needs it for something, so he won't use it.
Well, he did something with it.
I don't know if Melissa would let me reach out to her again. It would be wise to tip her off. Olive, can I ask? the master of this Concord in league with Thalion in any way? Would he have known?
A crime of ignorance, not collusion. Looking the other way at opportune times, but never helping, not, especially not with something like this.
I can think of a handful of items that I myself brought here over the years. That one in particular he would make very good use of and seemed very interested in when we found it.
Can't wait till you tell Cass and his stress level goes through the roof.
Don't tell him. He doesn't need to know.
I'm worried about some others. You brought back a talisman of the sphere.
Oh, I did.
The what?
Oh no.
You can make an Arcana check,
Sure.
because I assume Ari will tell you about this.
Yes.
You don't get to look it up.
Hey.
Make an Arcana check.
Cass doesn't need to know, but Noah does.
No, you don't.
Ooh. Nope. Never mind.
Yeah, I have a -1.
Yeah, I
So
know.
that's a 15. I'm not
15?
gonna know. Might have heard of it, but not gonna know what it is.
28.
Okay.
With intelligence?
No, I was checking the vibes.
I can't vibe check.
Destruction.
Yeah, that's a vibe.
Nah, fair enough.
That's a very bad vibe.
What about with intelligence?
18.
18.
17.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Low.
With an 18, hey, what's the concern of a particle accelerator?
Kaboom.
Black hole.
Black hole.
Okay, that too.
There's this wonderful little thing called a sphere of annihilation.
Yeah, that's the
right.
that's the thing that Goroth put in the bag.
Nope.
No.
No. That was
a
different.
Orb
one.
of destruction.
That was a devastation orb.
Oh.
A sphere of annihilation. This 2-foot diameter black sphere is a hole in the multiverse, hovering in space and stabilized by a magical field surrounding it. The sphere obliterates all matter it passes through and all matter that passes through it. Artifacts are the exception unless an artifact is susceptible to damage from a sphere of annihilation, it passes through the sphere unscathed. Anything else that touches the sphere but isn't wholly engulfed and obliterated by it takes 8d10 force damage.
How do you package this thing?
Very
A
careful.
sphere of annihilation is stationary until someone takes control of it using a talisman of the sphere.
So he doesn't have the actual sphere, he just has the talisman to control it.
Yes.
But all he needs to do is find one. Neat.
Olive, while we were in the underworld, we spoke to the remains of an aboleth, and I asked it about the beacons of creation.
Alright.
I believe Thalion will use them, if he gets them all, that is how he plans to remove magic from Arklands. Undo the very law that brought magic to the world in the first place. Combine that with the sphere of annihilation.
You wouldn't need to destroy the weave. If you make a gap in it and insert a sphere of annihilation in the right spot, it's like
The weave would never have existed in the first place.
it would slowly be dragged in, like water down a drain.
Pasta.
Are we gonna go pick a fight with Thalion?
Can't handle that. He's gonna lawnmower existence.
We
with
got
that.
Atlas. She can shoot him from a distance.
We might not be able to handle it.
He might be able to catch
Time to
bullets.
assemble an army,
Oh, you
guys.
can.
I'm putting together a team.
Um,
I need my suicide squad. Let's go.
This is very bad, Harry.
Does anyone have a wish spell to make him fall dead on the spot?
I do.
Unfortunately, that's one of the effects of... Literally, in the spell Wish, wishing for someone's death is one of the easiest things to be twisted.
Yeah.
They just remove all of his stuff.
The Concord at large needs to be informed.
Yes. She puts her hand on her. Making a trip to Providence?
Yes. Keep the book.
And if I find anything else...
It's safer with you than it is here right now.
Understood. Olive. I'll get it back.
I wish the talisman that was in Thalian's hand was instead in my hand right this second.
Assumes that it's in Thalian's hand.
Yeah.
In Thalian's possession.
Assuming it's still in his possession.
Yeah.
I do assume it's in his possession. That was previously in this vault.
There's... And I think Aerie fills Olive in on everything with Cersei and what she's working on.
Okay.
Do you tell her about the crown?
We don't know about the crown yet.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is
This is
before.
before we
Glasses.
go.
This is why it was relevant to do
Yeah,
this
Yeah.
first.
that makes a whole lot of sense.
That does make sense. I need to tell Elle about this with the rest of my team.
Yes.
I should tell my mother as well.
Be careful.
With what?
Everything.
I'm always careful. Well, almost always.
How many times have you backtopped at
Let me climb up this wonderful pillar here to go grab a glowing eye that shoots fire at me.
Well, you know,
Super
it
cool.
worked.
How about let me hand my soul to the guy who has abused me my entire life and turns out is one of the BBEGs?
Well, let me. Aerie was manipulated.
How about back-talking two of the main BBEGs in this series?
Aerie has issues.
Careful is no longer a word I would use to describe her.
No.
Nope.
The other day I mentioned that...
It does make... She absolutely thinks she is.
Yes.
The other day...
But she has no emotional regulation.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
Amy and I discussed that our characters' stats do not reflect the way that they actually behave.
Yeah.
Aerie does not have
The
a high
highest-
wisdom.
The highest wisdom of the group.
Certainly does not behave like it.
Statistical wisdom, not...
Maybe we should redo some of those secondary stats.
What's her primary stat?
Yeah.
Listen,
boy.
Jester wasn't either.
It's fine. We're
it's
good.
fine.
They're for mechanics, not for storytelling.
Exactly.
The mechanics support the storytelling.
Yes.
They do not define it.
It's a goal she has.
It's a goal!
She's working towards it.
The goal is to match the stats on my sheet. Oh, you know.
New Year's resolution.
Regardless of all of this, it'll be all right.
I certainly hope so.
So long as you're safe. He has no reason to come after you, right? It's nothing that's...
Other than years of rivalry.
That'll do
A
it.
few decades of friendship in there, so you told me. Or at least friendlier rivalry.
Yes. This goes beyond Thalion leaving the Concord is something that I could conceive of. He always felt he had a higher calling, and the Concord was...
A stepping stone.
It fulfilled that need for a time, but it doesn't surprise me that it did not do so forever. But to
Take all of it.
undo the Concord's work.
I didn't even think he would have access to this. I thought it was limited to...
He usually wouldn't, not unrestricted access, but the right person not being in the Concord at the right time, the right guards being on shift or not being on shift, it is conceivable. And honestly, Thalion would be the best person to do so.
That's... Let's go back to the library and tell Elle.
Yes, yes. And she shuts the... Actually, she doesn't bother shutting the vault behind her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you go back and fill Elle in.
Fill Elle in.
Thank you.
Reasonable.
So this book, why does the Loxodon not have any clothes?
I know that one.
Do you?
The Loxodon has no clothes. But I don't get it. Why not? The Emperor has no clothes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you ever...
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it.
Did with an elephant.
What?
The...
Swapped it with an elephant.
Yeah.
Sure. Anyway.
I got you.
I think everybody else at the table got it, except for the DM.
Fun fact, the Emperor's New Groove is based on that.
I believe it. You got it, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
The wording, the name.
Yeah, I got that.
The story, like, that's what the story is based on. It's the Emperor's New... Yeah.
We'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about it later. Anyway.
This episode of Film Theory.
Elias?
But that's just a theory. A film theory. Thanks for watching. Yes.
I wish I had one of those, but it was alcoholic.
Oh, welcome back. Why does Olive look so pale? Paler than usual, but...
Olive has tan skin.
She's very tan. She lives in the desert.
Olive, you don't normally look that pale. You should get outside.
Oh. Elias, we have a problem?
Which one?
She just takes her staff and...
Careful, his head is very hard. You don't want to break that. Not here, anyway.
Ow.
She walks into her office.
Okay, bye. Have a good time. Yes.
Thalion has emptied the archive of the Concord.
What does that mean?
It means he has a lot of very powerful artifacts and magic items, including one that can control something that will destroy everything it touches.
That's bad.
Yes. Very bad. Olive is going to inform the Concord as an organization. And I'm going to start coming up with a plan to get them back. To go after him.
Why? We have things that we need to be doing outside of going after someone who already killed one of us.
I don't know. What he has in his possession could destroy magic itself.
And there are people far more capable than us who can go after him. We cannot do anything at the moment but continue to grow and get stronger. We can share our information, and I think that is where we need to stop.
Why don't you believe in me? Why don't you believe that I can do this?
I don't think any of us can do it. He has already killed Caspian. It's not that I don't believe that you can do it, it's that I believe we literally lack the strength.
He won't kill me.
That's great for you. I kind of want to stay alive this time.
I want you to stay alive too. For
I
as
want
long as
Caspian.
possible.
Yeah,
What?
agreed. I just want Caspian to stay alive, and Crow to stay alive, and you.
Oh,
So
I did not hear the word Caspian.
Yeah, I definitely misheard that.
I'm saying that as Ari.
what? Wait, what word did you think I said?
I thought you said you want me to kiss you, and I was like, now's not the time. We're kind of in a crisis situation here.
Would the kiss help?
Something clatters to the ground in Olive's office. The door's still wide open.
Yeah, I mean, if it will help, I would be more than happy to. But if not, I mean, I want to do what's best for you.
I mean, would a kiss help you?
I mean, always. Okay, now's probably not the best time.
Now's not the best time.
I agree. Why don't we go
need to
back?
Tell the team.
Exactly.
I don't know if we should tell Solus.
I don't want to tell him a thing.
Please don't tell him anything.
Yes.
Please
We can
don't speak to him ever
we can tell
again.
Grave,
Brave.
our team. He looks at the goblin creature. You have heard none of these.
No, Paris needs to know.
Okay, you've heard all of these.
Paris would be informed, obviously. So, good news, Paris. You're going to have a lot of work on your hands soon.
It's the stupid Astif movie. It's just you, me, and the moon. Hey! You two should kiss! His eyes, he does not say a word. His eyes are just darting back and forth between the two of you.
He's been the best show he's had in a while.
Popcorn.
Noah died.
Both of you take an inspiration for that, because that was brilliant. Oh my gosh.
So funny.
Help you?
I mean, if it would help, I'm not going to say no.
I don't think there's any way to top that part of that conversation, so...
Yes. So, to sum up,
Let me explain. There's too much.
Let me
Let me
stop.
sum.
so
Since everyone at the table is aware of everything that just happened, I think we can assume that everyone in the party is now
yes,
aware of
Yeah.
what
we
just
will
happened.
skip ahead. Party's aware.
That was the flashback.
3 weeks later...
Glorious as it was.
Oh, during that time, I would
Yes.
like to potentially work on.
Yes, we will get to that.
You're not allowed to.
Yeah. I just wanted to finish the scene that we...
You're not the DM.
We are in a mood, and it is a different one than usual, but I'm here for it. Yeah, I just want to finish the scene that we
Yes.
interrupted to flash back to that,
Yes.
and now returned. So with that in mind,
Present day.
So, this should
It finally all makes sense to me now why we did what we did.
go. Can't go to the Concord. So, I certainly don't want to hold on to it.
Wow.
I should take the flowers out of that. In case it tips over.
Like that.
There you go.
yeah, that fits.
Yeah. So, we'll take this. I don't know, what do you think we should do with it?
So kawaii.
Huh?
What should we do with this box?
I have no idea. It has potentially something very bad in it, and I don't know who to take it to, because right now I don't think we can trust anyone.
We'll leave it here.
He's just gonna put it back on the shelf.
I know exactly where to put it. May I?
Just don't open it.
I would not. Why would I open it?
There are so many locks on that thing.
I don't think I can open it. He's gonna put it under his pillow.
We are still in the cave.
Oh.
Or in the...
I thought we were back at the...
No, we
because
did not take
the
it
box
back.
was still.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we should take it out of here.
Well, now that the entrance has been found and is potentially completely open and available to anyone to get in,
Is it? I thought it was only
It's
us who know the way.
yeah, but the moment someone happens to be there to watch you open it now,
That's true.
yeah.
the floodgates have not opened fully, but they have the potential to at any point.
What if we give it to Atlas?
Can we trust her?
I trust her.
Can I have a say in this?
You're not here, so no.
Can I have a say in this?
Absolutely not.
I would trust Atlas with my life, and she's someone that Thalion does not know about. At least to my knowledge. We should ask Crow.
I think we should ask her, yes. So do we...
Or ask Atlas, that's fine too.
I guess we can we hide it here or something?
I say we leave it here for now,
Okay.
and we come back for it later.
Okay.
After we ask Atlas, and after we consult with the team, because Caspian likes it when we consult him as well.
That does make sense. Should one of us stay here just in case, and the other
No,
go
I
back?
say we lock the door behind us.
Can we do that? How do we do
You
that?
can close the door. You can't lock it.
I don't think we can lock it. I don't think there's any way to lock it.
You, in theory, could, but then you would have to. You can't lock it behind you.
Yeah.
If you locked it, you have to go out through the tunnels,
Ooh,
the underwater tunnels.
Yeah.
unpreferable.
Yeah, but then getting back in would be a problem.
Yeah.
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 So let's close it behind us, and I think it'll be all right.
I don't want to let it out of my sight. What about you?
If you had lost an eye, you could take it out and put it on the counter.
Yeah. I'll stay here, then. I'll stay outside by the tree,
I would take note of that.
and you go.
Can you put it into your bag of holding?
In theory, as long as it's not an extra space inside the box. Does the box look big enough to hold a crown, or is it tiny?
It, in theory, could be, but with the amount of magic on that thing,
Probably not.
Impossible to tell.
there's.
It could probably change sizes.
You can make an Arcana check.
Intelligence or
It would
Vibes.
be unwise to place this thing in a
17.
bag of holding.
24.
Probably not the best idea.
Got it. Won't do that.
Even if there's like, it could be a defense mechanism of the lockbox
Itself.
that there's like, even if the crown can fit in there normally, there might be something in it that just is like, no, you're not putting me in an extra dimensional space.
How big is the box?
About yay big.
That's kind of big.
Yeah.
How big?
That makes
It could fit in the bag, but
it could.
You could fit it in there if you really tried, but based on the vibes you're getting, it would not be.
Not a good idea.
Yeah.
Why don't we just take it with us, and we can solve this without magic? He's gonna wrap it up in the scarf and tie it to his back.
Okay.
Just carry it like a backpack. Does
That's
it look
doable.
Like does it look like I'm carrying an evil, crazy, magical box right now?
It looks a little stupid, but no.
Stupid I can deal with. Evil and magical I cannot, so that's good.
It's also not necessarily evil, it's just very powerful. Sire is not an evil deity.
It was in an evil dragon's lair, so I'm
Yes.
calling it evil.
It is an item. It itself is not capable of morality, but
That makes sense.
That being said, from the religion checks that were done, the red dragon inside was struck down by Sair and was very, very bad.
yes.
so it is an evil crown.
No, it's Sair's crown,
Yes.
but
But it has evil
It has the
inside.
potential for
has the potential.
it to be used very bad things.
Yeah.
Can it be used for very good things?
Sure.
Cool.
If you can think of a good way to use Meteor Swarm,
I can think of a few.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
then yeah. But every use of it runs the risk of releasing that red dragon.
I know. I won't do that. I learned my lesson.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't. You have my word, I will not use the crown. A lot. More than once.
Ever.
Ever.
Well, guys, this campaign's been fun, but I think it's time for me to go.
Hey, it's his fault. He's giving me another crown.
It's in a lockbox.
It is in a lockbox.
For now.
For now.
Oh.
So,
Alright.
Elle will backpack
Plus
carry this bad boy
Yes,
out.
we will go back and reunite with the group and
In the dorm?
Info dump.
info dump.
Pretty much.
Fill
yeah.
them in.
Okay.
So what do you think we should do with this?
Crow's response to Atlas, absolutely not. Nixatal is still hunting my clan down. I don't know how far he'll go, but if he finds her, he finds that crown, which means he gets it.
I
I'm
agree
not
with
giving him
that.
that.
That
power.
is
Can
a-
you make a history check?
Natural one.
Never mind.
Additionally,
That's
having
all.
a singular person watch over this extraordinarily dangerous artifact is probably, just throwing this out there, it's probably a bad idea.
We're not giving it to the headmaster either.
No, I don't want to give it to him
I
either.
don't
I
trust
don't.
him.
I don't either.
Give it to the Evernights?
We could. I could ask my parents if they can send it off to one of the secure locations. We do have.
Can the Evernights be trusted with this?
I
Oh
think they
yes,
could.
there are similarly dangerous things that they are keeping watch over all over Arklands. And Thalion is not part of the Evernights, so it would be
Ares
far
smoke.
more difficult for him to try and pilfer this item.
That's true, though he does know,
Barely even know her.
unfortunately, that you're an Evernight.
Wait,
Are
why
you-
does he know I'm an Evernight? Really, I'm technically not. I'm just.
Well, he knows of your family's
Familiar.
connection to it,
Why?
because I sent him notes about all of you when I
Oh,
first
God.
started at the school.
Good one.
I'm sorry.
I forgive you.
You know, this par for the course, par for the course.
She,
Alright.
she look, he he's
Yes,
dead.
yes. It's
didn't-
it's already happened.
I didn't
It's-
know at the time.
We
It was
don't-
part of my
At this point,
instruction.
we have to hunt him down anyway.
Yes.
He's going to be on the high priority list for the Evernights as it is.
Oh, they're going to hunt him down, not us.
Oh, there's no way we are going after him. No. We are not going to
We know
go
how it
anywhere
went last
near him.
Eddie wants to go after him, and I am rethinking my original perspective of not doing that.
I don't
Wait,
think we
are
should
you
go,
considering it?
I don't think we should go after him right now, but it is something that should be done probably sooner than I thought originally.
If we're gonna do anything, research. Figure out what he's gonna do
I
with
know-
all of these things.
I know what he's going to do.
And figure out when he does
I
it and how
need to
he does it
know
and get
where.
a step ahead.
Where and when.
Because if we're chasing behind him, we're never gonna catch up in time.
Yes. And the last thing I want is him showing up on our doorstep again.
Well, if only we had a handy way of finding out where some bad things might end up happening before they actually happen.
It's true. We could run into him at some point.
I was talking about Cersei and the machine.
Yes, I know, but
Okay.
through that we could potentially run into him.
Mhm. And we could lay a trap.
Well, the issue is Cersei's machine isn't going to tell us what is happening.
Thus
Only
why we need to
where.
be well versed on what's going on before it happens.
Yes.
Do the Evernights have a way of getting information on someone? Their movements, whereabouts?
It's a spy network. Yes.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
And the entire
It's not
su-
like you told us exactly
not
what they
resources
are.
that you would have access to, though.
Yes.
No, but Cass can always have his dad reach out. It won't be as fast, but
Yeah,
there
but
are some ways that he'll be able to get some information, but probably with a delay.
yeah,
There is also the fact that the entirety of the Cerulean Concord is out looking for him at this point. They have a lot more resources.
If the Concord is looking for him and the Evernights are keeping an eye out for him, I think we'll be okay.
They can reach out if they need us for anything, but we're not going to get anything done if we just jump out there and try to find him.
Didn't work so well last time.
Eddie, do you want to go after him?
I do.
Why?
You saw what he did.
You want revenge?
I'm not sure. I want to make sure he doesn't hurt anyone else.
Justice.
If you could call it that. I think there's many meanings to it. In some ways, revenge can be a form of justice. In some ways, justice can be a form of revenge.
It's the intent.
Regardless, throwing ourselves at him is not going to prevent people from being hurt. It's more
No.
likely to get us hurt. So if that's your intention, we need to be patient. Play the long game.
Yes. And I will say, after training under him for 45 years, Thalion also does play the long game.
That means we have
That's-
time. He's willing to wait.
He waits until every piece is exactly where he wants it before making his move.
Perfect, so we move the pieces if we need to. We can buy ourselves more time. But if we need to, and no direct confrontations. That man is far more powerful than all of us combined.
Especially now that he likely has some decently powerful artifacts on him.
Oh yes, that's right. He has an entire vault of artifacts.
He can't
Brilliant.
use everything, obviously, but there's likely some tomes he's acquired, some...
It'll be enough to make him far more dangerous than he was the last time we encountered him.
If he chooses to use them, yes. But he obviously needs everything. It's very unlike him to strike out in such a brazen manner. If he'd just taken a handful of things, it wouldn't have set off this kind of alarm for him. I mean, it might have still set up an alarm regardless, but this is bold.
Not surprised. Just cocky.
He's less cocky. He's proud.
Yeah, so he's cocky.
Anyway, I need to also speak with Cersei and/or Grave. Well, Cersei and Grave about some magic items I had asked for. We have a lot of gold now, might as well spend it. And
That's true.
Thaline has some artifacts and powerful items. Why can't we?
This is true. So what are we getting?
Well, I asked her to look into a couple things. Some minor things, some a little bit more useful, some personalized for each of you, but I will have to see what the cost of each is before I determine how much I'm willing to spend my share on. I obviously only have so much of the Dragon Sword, since we're splitting it evenly, I assume, between...
You can have my share. I'm not going to get anything with it. It's
Alright,
fine.
well then I will get you something.
No, you don't have to.
Right. Oh, also, speaking of getting things, I don't want anyone to get me anything for my birthday this year.
That's not happening.
What?
Why is that?
Well, I was planning on asking my mother if we could have... If we could go back to my village so I could celebrate my birthday with my mother.
Well, we can still get your presents.
But you don't... I don't...
Airy.
We can do both.
We'll find you a rock.
That would be wonderful. Just give me some rocks. Some nice ones.
I can
Can
find
you make a
you
wisdom check?
Wisdom
check.
Okay, yes. No, that's an 8.
Okay.
I do have 2 inspirations. Should I use one?
If you want to.
It's exciting this way.
I'm gonna use one. Why
Okay.
not?
Will actually be another 4.
Oh no, that's much better. That's a 17.
There's your synapses fire. Being given a rock. What Cersei said about the prophet. The prophet did give you something.
Gave us his blood.
After that, when you walked up and gave him,
The rock.
he handed you something.
Or I put the rock in front of his door.
Or who did? Who
He handed it
The
to Crow, I
knife was-
think.
Oh, that's right.
Because she, almost stabbed it into Cass.
Yeah.
So it wasn't handed to Aerie,
No.
but there was something given after the fact.
I don't remember.
He gave the knife to Crow. Aerie left the rock before Crow. Or after Crow.
Yeah, right after.
Yeah. Okay.
He's the prophet. He knows.
He knows
Oh.
timing.
Caspian, did you get your knife back from Crow?
Yes.
She would have handed it back.
Alright.
The dagger
Yes.
that I gave the prophet.
Yes.
Why?
Cersei said something about the prophet always giving back. What a gift is given, something like that. So, I don't know, maybe check your knife.
Alright. Cass will go and
to his room, rummage through his armor, and pick up the knife. Cast Detect Magic on it.
You kind of look it over. And, when you unsheath it, you do notice a bit of magic on it. I guess it would technically be illusion magic, but there is a faint, wispy etching on the blade. And it kind of, it's almost like a magic eye, like optical illusion. You have to like get it at the right angle to actually properly read it.
So gonna mark off a long rest while I'm at it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Missing some hit points.
And it's a. Yeah, it's written in Elvish.
Okay. So Cass can read it.
Yep. But it's not a, it's old Elvish. So it's very like the equivalent of like these and thous and but it says it mentions she who, and it's odd. It's a word that is not a word. It's like, it's not slang, but it's almost like a portmanteau where it's just like, it's not an actual word in Elvish, but essentially unwove. So she who unwove the cage. Is and a word that could mean highest, like the highest ranking, could just mean like the greatest, like the best, and essentially then the final word is arcanist.
The Arcanist. Why does that sound familiar? The Arcanist?
One of the
Arcana.
The Arcanist is one of the ancestors.
No, there's the Arcsmith. That's one of them.
I feel like it was something that we encountered in
The Arcanist.
campaign 1.
Arcanist, isn't that the lady at the in Searsport?
Yeah, the one that was
in the
like,
tower. Yeah,
that made the paintings. I don't know if that was the same one, but that is also what came to mind.
I think there might be. Arcanist is a more general.
It's like a title.
It can be a title. It basically refers to someone whose job is magic, in one way or another.
She who unmoved the cage is highest.
Is the highest or greatest.
Arcanist. She who unmoved the cage is the greatest Arcanist. What cage? What cage are we talking about here? Can I make a history check or something?
You can make a intelligence check. Oh. This is Burger, not Evie.
Lucky. We're gonna do this again.
Go for it.
Exact. No. 5.
Ugh. You are drawing a blank.
I'm trying to.
But he does say it out loud. What cage? Who unwove what cage? What? Is anyone trapped in a cage? That we know of?
Roll the same number.
Well,
The cage.
besides your friends.
Well,
Sorry, I was zoned out. You are communicating this message that was on the dagger to
Yes.
everybody else. The Cage of Kataios.
well, that's the first thing that came to my mind.
Oh, the big scary bug monster?
He's not a bug, but yes.
He looks like a bug.
It's not a bug.
It's all
bugs?
The bugs! They're after me, Mama. They're after me. Who's after you?
The bugs!
Kataios! Kataios!
Actual transcription of how Caspian told his parents.
Yes.
He's after me, Mama. He's after me. Kataios! Kataios!
When she mentions that, you do recall that through the investigations you made when investigating Kataios' prison, the magic that had been, it was not broken through.
Mm-hmm.
It had been
dissolved.
picked apart.
carefully unwoven.
Do we know any powerful arcanists?
Arcana comes to mind.
Yeah, but she's a bot. I don't know if she would be the one who... I mean, Solus seemed to do a pretty good job of putting her in her place. So, the greatest arcanist? She got beaten by a school's principal.
Well,
Dang it. Mosquito.
Other than Arcana, like the first name that springs to mind is Idris, but it does specifically say she.
Cersei?
Cersei.
Cersei
Possible.
does know Solus fairly well. It's possible.
But why would she free Kataios? That doesn't make sense.
Maybe she wanted to flirt with him.
I mean, I feel like there would be so many better people to go after, but, you know.
Why was that your thought?
That woman could flirt with a dead fish.
She has flirted with exactly
I
one
could
person
flirt
that
with
you've
a
seen. And that is Grave.
I could too. You know. It would.
Yeah, but you'd get rejected.
You teach me how. You should teach me how to flirt sometime.
Please,
You're
please,
learning
no,
for the first
don't
time.
go to... If you want to
can teach you
learn how to
things.
flirt, I highly recommend you go talk to, what's...
Picada?
Bakara.
No, not the Bakara. The one who you're about to go out with. The rogue from the other team.
Oh, Rogue?
Wait.
Oh, yeah, rogue.
What?
That's her name. Yeah.
What do you mean, Caspian? You have a date.
No?
Why would you not tell us you had a date?
Well, I didn't know.
That's part of the issue, but, you know.
I'm scared.
Women are scary. Especially that big
We
dragonborn, yes. Not you.
Actually,
She's not a
considering
She's a tiefling.
No, the tall one.
No, it's
She's
also
also
not a
not a
Dragonborn.
Yeah.
She's a Triton.
Nope. Well, actually, she might be a Triton.
I'm pretty sure
You
she's
need
a
to double
Triton.
check.
She's fish lady. Giant fish lady.
She's giant fish lady.
The one who gave me bad vibes on day one. For no reason whatsoever.
being
because
tall.
because I rolled in that one.
Yeah.
Just for whatever reason, singled that poor girl out. That one is planning something. Maybe she's the arcanist.
No.
No.
No?
She's far too timid to be the Arcanist.
Oh, but what if it's a front? What if she just acts that way in order to get what she wants?
I don't.
She's
so.
not.
You all are easy enough to convince. If that's the case, it's working perfectly then. Her plan is foolproof. And I am no fool.
What do you have against that woman?
She scares me.
There are many things that you are not. But a fool you certainly are.
Dang. All right. Well, you heard it from her first.
And I'm
Mean.
sorry, I was trying to tease.
That was not teasing. That was just painful.
I'm sorry.
So it's no longer teasing if it's right.
Nothing you say is going to annoy me because that's just your default.
I
That's
asked
true.
myself to try.
It kind of has become the standard. I'd be more concerned if you complimented me.
I know,
Because
like, If you started just saying,
Your
no,
hair looks
you're
nice
not.
today.
Yeah, like, are you sick?
Yeah, like, but the thing is that I don't actually believe that because
Yeah.
It'd
I
probably
know the
look
way
better
that
if
you
I set it
work.
on fire, but you know.
See, now that I believe.
She's not a Triton, actually.
Oh, she's not.
What is she?
Sea elf?
Doggone it. Why am I so scared,
Some kind
Trey?
of aquatic race.
Dadgummit.
A sea beast.
Anyway,
Anyway,
A mermaid? A mermaid out of water?
Greg, okay, so we've had this entire conversation. We have a crazy powerful thing under my pillow, which is terrifying.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, when you were gone, I put it under my pillow. No one's got a thing to look there.
don't you also keep your toothbrush under your pillow?
No! I keep it on my dresser.
Okay.
In a cup. It's a very pretty cup. I like it.
I will arrange for some transportation for it to go to a far more secure place than under your pillow.
That would be appreciated.
Under my mattress?
Alright. Okay.
More secure than that. Okay.
And also,
Alright.
it might be a little uncomfortable to sleep on it, so...
With these people.
For once, Crow, you and I feel the exact same way.
We don't.
Well, I want to get a tattoo,
I'm
so...
not like other girls.
I'm going to go talk to Grafe.
And I'm going to make us dinner. What do you want to eat? What would you like?
Bacon.
Turkey bacon it is.
Honestly,
Why not pork?
And
It's
steak is
just
better.
objectively better in every way.
lamb?
How
I
about
like
we
lamb
just
chops.
make all the fixings?
Sure.
We can go into
I can
town
do that.
real quick, buy some fresh meats.
Or we could just eat
some
some
lamb
meat
with some
somewhere.
fig.
Sounds good. Lamb with fig is on the menu tonight. And bacon. It'll be a side dish. You can have some. Would you like some fish as well?
That wouldn't work with the palate.
I know.
No. I don't want fish.
Are you sure?
And as you determine what your plans for dinner are and figure out your next steps, I think that
We have a devastating crowd right now in our dorm.
Oh, yes, you do.
This is... And we're planning dinner.
I think that is where you'll call this episode. Thank you all very, very much for joining us, and we will see you next time. Good night.
Stupidity is deadly.
I didn't get to do any shopping.